Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Factutainment. I'm Zero Yeti, and I'm joined by the owner of the channel, Aura Master 101.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas. We're releasing this on Christmas.
We are not.
And we are.
And I'm also joined by Beth.
Upside down, sideways, frontward, backwards, 360, skin on skin, living room, bedroom, fridge,
And
closet, ceiling,
this,
wall.
and we're reviewing Walking with Dinosaurs 2025: The Journey North. So this episode was, for me, it was kind of all right. It is. We should probably talk about the elephant in the room immediately. This is kind of their attempt to remake the movie that they did that bombed so hard it killed the franchise.
Big Al?
No, the other one.
Oh, God, there's
So,
another one?
Walking with Dinosaurs notably made Walking with Dinosaurs movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I forget which year it was. I want to say it was like 2012, 2013. Yeah. So Walking with Dinosaurs notably released a feature-length film in 2013 called Walking with Dinosaurs the movie. And it featured the focus character was a Pachyrhinosaurus. And then it was all about like there's herd Pachyrhinosaurus, they're babies, they grow up, they try and follow the herd on migration. They're being consistently chased by like a Gorgosaurus. There's Edmontosaurus. There's a Edmontonia. There's a
Tony Montana.
There's a Alex Ornis, which is like this prehistoric Neanderthal bird
What
that
the
is
fuck?
like the sidekick to the Pachyrhinosaurus.
I'm sorry, the
Bird.
sidekick?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Are they voiced by Eddie Murphy or the sidekick?
So yeah, so that's the thing.
Oh, what? The main
Apparently,
character can't be voiced by a black man?
apparently when the BBC was pitching this as a feature-length film, they partnered with 20th Century Fox, who did not trust it to be just a narrated documentary. So they decided that the dinosaurs needed to talk.
Oh my God.
And they did this so late into production, there's no lip syncing to the voices. The voices just kind of show up out of nowhere for each of the characters. And each of the characters is voiced with this very hamstring dialogue, this very kiddie dialogue. They re-edited the movie to cut out any of like the major death bits or like anything that'd be scary for audiences to make it a rated G film.
Oh.
It killed the franchise. That's how bad it was. We will watch this eventually.
Hey, Chris, when I was making fun of, like, there being a sidekick character and them being voiced by Eddie Murphy, I was kidding. I did not think that they were actually going
See,
to,
I know you were kidding, which makes that funny. So you have John Leguizamo as the Axel Ornis. You have Justin Long as, yeah, you have Justin Jacob Long as the main Pachyrhinosaurus. Tia Sinclair as the love interest, Skylar Stone as he's a brother. You have Frank Werner.
Frank Welker.
Yeah, Frank Welker as Gorgon.
Okay, I need to explain. Frank Welker does a lot of animal voices because he's really good at it. Chances are he voiced most of the animals in your childhood cartoons. Also, he's Megatron.
Oh yeah,
Hang on.
there's also live action people in it.
Oh, how did they get there?
So apparently they're hiking they're
Oh,
like in the wilderness exploring, and then they find a dinosaur bone, and then it's like a time travel flashback.
oh
Oh yeah,
my.
Frank Welker's also Scooby Doo. He's always been Scooby Doo and Fred Jones.
We're talking about
Like
Frank.
he's
Oh, sorry. You say your thing first.
Frank Welker.
Frank Walker.
He's always played Scooby Doo.
Sid is the fucking bird. John, I don't know how to say his name.
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo. His acting credentials include fucking hang on, where Sid from Ice Age.
Yep.
What else?
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
the
looking.
Walking with Dinosaurs movie has the dubious honor of this. So this is that's a bad here is a better one.
Story
This
of a
is
girl.
Patchy, the main character of the Walking with Dinosaurs movie. It has a hole in its frill. In the movie, that is the result of an injury he suffers as a baby. This design
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
is the reason the Sinoceratops in the Jurassic World films has holes in its frill. Because when they were planning the Walking with when they were planning Jurassic World, they initially were planning on doing a Pachyrhinosaurus instead of Sinoceratops. And then they decided to change it near the last minute to be a Chinese ceratopsid so that they could market it in China for cheaper.
Jesus Christ.
Which is why this looks so different from the actual animal.
I'm gonna blow a bitch up, I swear to God.
Anyway,
China. I'm
anyway,
racist now.
you know, global capital and its consequences. I bring this up because basically the journey north is very similar to the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, except obviously condensed down, and it does not have human voices that aren't coming from actual humans.
It does have paleontologist voices.
Yeah. It isn't bad voice dubs over dinosaurs. Anyway, notably, there's some differences because notably, like a couple of dinosaurs that are in the movie don't show up in this one, and then obviously, like the babies don't grow up.
Because they die?
Don't spoil the ending, Stag. They go to a farm up north. Up north. This is the Epworth why it's up north.
All right. So basically, this episode begins with I believe it's paleontologists finding the remains of a baby Pachyrhinosaurus, and I forget the name of the baby Pachyrhinosaurus. Abel.
It's like
No, Albie.
Does the baby
Not Abel. Albie.
Albie, yeah.
Does the baby have a brother named Caney?
Man, if there were two Pachyrhinosaurus and that one on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would be fucked up or what? Well, you need to pull up the screen cap at the beginning of the scene. The subtitles, for some reason, the subtitles, when their dinosaurs make noises, they make like the subtitles will say roar or whine or this or that, but you need to pull up the one where when Albie's making noises. It's like, also gonna work. It's gonna work.
I don't think it is.
On subtitles. God damn it. Okay, so the subtitles go like he scream, he bellow, he whine for no reason. They do it for this dinosaur and none of the other ones.
You know what I do for the dinosaurs?
What?
Die.
Oh.
Okay. So you have Albie and his mother. We'll actually start off with like a group of Edmontosaurus, because this is the third episode Edmontosaurus show up in.
Yeah, and the footage is from the last episode too.
Yeah. But basically, you have Albie struggling to keep up with the rest of the herd because he's so young, but his mother like watches out for him. But as
and
he
because
like,
they're like
go ahead.
walking up at a 90-degree incline.
Yeah. So he like gets separated from the rest of the herd, and then an Asdarkid comes down and tries to eat him, and then his mother arrives at like in the nick of time and scares it off. And then we cut to another paleontological segment where they talk about how there's a lot of dinosaur fossils being found in this area. And then it cuts to the Pachyrhinosaurus herd again. And it shows that basically they're all on this mass migration northward. And all of the smaller Pachyrhinosaurus herds from throughout Laramidia are kind of joining up in this to go northward to feed seasonally, and they're kind of portraying them like wildebeest in Africa, where they're constantly moving.
Carpooling.
Yeah. And then we have a segment where it shows that there's two male Pachyrhinosaurus fighting for dominance, and they do have this whole segment where they talk about how every Pachyrhinosaurus crest is slightly like frill and horns are slightly different. And this is due to something called individual variation, which occurs in some animals. It's like how not every deer has the same antlers, or like different birds may have slightly different patterning on them. Sorry, I was getting a drink. But two males fight.
Bad.
And during this scuffle, it's said that like the mother's trying to protect Albie, but Albie is curious, and so he kind of wanders off to a different area to watch the fight, which will have consequences later. And the two males go back and forth, and there's an older bull and there's a younger male, and the older bull. At first, the younger male bests the older bull by knocking him over and like cracking a couple of his ribs. And they have a paleontological segment where they talk about dinosaurs like Pachyrhinosaurus show a lot of scarring on their skeletons. That is meaning that they lived rough lives, but had very robust like what do you call it? It's that system in your body that's all about treating injuries or preventing disease. You're the anatomy expert. What's it called, Aura?
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's a system.
What the hell does Aura know?
There's a system in your body where it is specialized on like preventing disease and treating injuries and illnesses.
Oh, yeah, the endocrine, lymphatic / maybe endocrine system.
No, lymphatic drains the extra fluid in your tissues.
Is it the immune system?
Yes,
nervous system.
The immune system.
Okay. Forgot what my immune system is. I almost died.
Hey, to be fair, there was one time where I took a anatomy and physiology class, and we were going over like the hand, and we were going over the carpals, and he's like, "No, when the hand like does this thing, it forms like something specific. Specific. Can you guys tell me what it is?" And all of us were
And
dead
then he does the
silent.
circle game thing.
All of us were dead silent because we didn't know what he was talking about. And he was like, "Hey, come on, it's not that difficult." And I speak up and I'm like, "Is it the carpal tunnel?" And he's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Ah, okay."
Yeah. Sorry, I was blanking
Carpal
on it.
tunnel's what I take to when I swim to work.
And so they have this whole segment where it's like they lived rough lives, but they had really good immune systems, so they're able to heal. And it shows like a skeleton of a bull, which is presumed to be maybe this old bull, where like some of the ribs had broken and they had rehealed, but they didn't heal along the break and just repair it that way. They kind of like slid up and healed alongside each other, so it looked kind of zigzag a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Oh, it's brutal.
it cuts back to the males fighting, and it looks like the young one has won. But then the old bull gets back up and rams into the young one, knocking him over,
Because
and
it has
then
no honor.
the young one surrenders.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dishonorable move.
then after that happens and like the dust settles, Albie realizes he's lost his mother. Uh, so that's the
Goes
consequence
up by
coming
a
back to
rhinoceros.
haunt him. And they have another segment where they talk about like every Pachyrhinosaurus had like a different head shape, like a different frill and horn ornamentation, and that may have been used to distinguish each other during these big herds. So Albie, despite the herd moving on, just kind of freezes and looks up with his
Yeah.
dopey expression
Mm-hmm.
and just waits and waits and waits. And I thought this is when the predators were going to come, but no. Then his mother has turned around, comes and grabs him, and then they go back to join the herd. And then we have a segment of paleontologists in the boat with what Aura said was a bear, but it's very clearly a dog. And
It's because he's scared of dogs because of that homophobic dog he's always talking about.
What?
This is the neighbor's dog that you said is homophobic or hates you or something. That I always interpret as homophobia.
Oh, I could care less about that dog. I think that dog might be dead.
Well, no wonder it hurts you. It hates you.
are you talking about my neighbor's dog? Or
I don't
your?
know, the one he's talked about one time.
No, I think Beth is talking about the dog, your neighbor's dog.
Oh yeah, so my neighbor got
No.
rid of that dog like today.
No. That means he's free in the world. He's coming for you, Aura.
Anyway, then the paleontologists in the boat, they're exploring like this riverbed, and they find a bunch of dinosaur footprints. Notably of some herbivores like Pachyrhinosaurus. Then they come across the tracks for a no, not Displeosaurus, Gorgosaurus.
Goro. Yeah.
Yeah. And they make a cast of it, and they kind of talk about what Gorgosaurus was like. And then we see a trio of Gorgosaurus in pursuit of the massive herd. Then we see the Pachyrhinosaurus. Go ahead.
Well, this is something you stated during the video that the Gorgosaurus was closely related to the dinosaurs from the last episode, like their closest relative, because these look almost exactly the same model.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same model. So Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus, I believe, are each other's closest relatives. That's the skeleton of Gorgosaurus. But
they conveniently get attacked by these dinosaurs that look exactly like the ones we already have models for.
Which means in this episode, there is one new model.
Oh,
A nude model.
yeah. So what was the nickel joke you were making?
So I had the joke of, hang on, we're about to do it.
Yeah.
So then it cuts to the Pachyrhinosaurus herd in the forest, and they're kind of like eating a bit, exploring around, and then resting for the night. And in the night, Albie
wanders out.
Albie hears noises and then wanders out and finds a group. And at first, it's like tension because it's like, is it going to be the Gorgosaurus? And it's like, oh no, it turns out that it is. Oh no, they do have Paleontologists up first, and they're describing these bones. And at first, I thought they said, yeah, and this leg is 9 meters. And I was gonna be like, is there some sauropod from Canada that I'm not aware of that lived during the Cretaceous period? No,
I was also thinking that.
the animal they're talking about. They're talking about the whole total length, and they're working on a leg, but they talked about the entire animal being 9 meters, and they bring up Edmontosaurus, and they go into depth about this is what Edmontosaurus looked like, this is how big it was, what it ate, how it lived in herds. And we kind of get a cool segment of it's an in-depth assessment of Edmontosaurus. This is perfectly fine, except for the fact this is the third time we see Edmontosaurus in the series, and this is the first time we've had a real discussion of what Edmontosaurus looked like. Which is a bit like if you're doing a TV show about like superheroes or whatnot, you discuss a superhero's abilities the third time he shows up in the series after he's already done battle like twice. Like, why? Why?
Because of reasons.
But the Edmontosaurus, Albie meets them and they're chill because they generally don't see each other as threats. And then the Gorgosaurus arrive.
Gorgosaurus.
And they start to hunt the Edmontosaurus. Also, it's
I
dark.
feel like the Edmontosaurus showed up to be like the red herring for Albie, so that Albie doesn't just get murked immediately.
Yeah. I thought that I'm not angry that Edmontosaurus shows up. I think this would have been the perfect time to introduce another dinosaur, like maybe an ankylosaur, or another hadrosaur that's not Edmontosaurus. But I guess we've already made the Edmontosaurus model.
Budget.
Yeah, we've already made the Edmontosaurus model, so we're using it. And this is when I made the joke of, if I had a nickel for every time a baby ceratopsid met up with a herd of Edmontosaurus, only for a member of the herd of Edmontosaurus to immediately be hunted and killed by a tyrannosaur in the Walking with Dinosaurs 2025 revival, I would have 2 nickels. Because this happens in this episode, and this happens in the first one. And unlike the first one, that actually shows the T-Rex killing one, it just cuts to black. But then we have a cool section, like a cool segment of the documentary where you see the Pachyrhinosaurus herd under the Aurora Borealis, which is kind of neat.
Aurora Borealis?
Have we ever thought about cutting to white instead?
I like when dinosaurs That was literally out of nowhere.
Steamed ham.
What?
Steamed ham.
What, the Aurora Borealis for me saying cut to white after you said cut to black?
I didn't say cut to black.
What?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did? Alright.
You did!
Oh, okay.
I will not be gaslit!
Oh yeah,
at
no.
this
It cuts.
recording.
I said it cuts to black with the thing. Sorry, I thought it was like I said that you were saying that cuts
Aurora
to screen.
Borealis.
It was just like there was such a
Aurora
delay.
Borealis. In this part of the country, at this epoch.
It's just that there was such a delay between when I said cut to black and when you said cut to white instead that I
Beth,
didn't
I would like to-
recognize.
I would like to thank you for being in this recording space right now to show that Chris tries to get. I'm kidding. You are right. There was a big gap between you saying cut to black and me saying fade to white. But yes,
that
the
the
Aurora
first time?
Borealis. I don't fuck. I'm so sorry. I gotta stop
Well,
talking.
you certainly don't fuck.
All right. Anyway, the cool shot of not Edmontosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus under the Aurora Borealis, which I always think it's neat when they show prehistoric creatures in the Arctic, because so much of the cultural perception, unless you're dealing with the Ice Age specifically, of the prehistoric world is it's a hot tropical jungle, and it's there was more going on. Then we cut to a paleontological segment where they're talking about fossil plants. And then we cut to a segment where they're at the river, which is apparently which is either this is their nesting ground or it is very near where their nesting ground is. But they are not alone, and they have been followed by the Gorgosaurus, who separate Albie, but his mom shows up again to save the day.
Yippee!
Back against the river.
And they tussle with the Gorgosaurus a bit. The Gorgosaurus.
I find it like all the other ones just sort of back off and form this perimeter wall, but they don't actually do anything. If they all just ran in, they could probably just kill that thing.
Yeah. There's 2 Gorgosaurus, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then there's all the ones up there, they're completely surrounded.
Yeah.
Tell me, Beth, are you familiar with the concept of a Thunderdome?
A little, but that doesn't have anything to do with this.
Join us next time when we watch all the Mad Max movies, both the good and the bad ones.
I mean,
Which, to be fair, there's only 2 bad ones.
We already have enough projects on our hands that keep getting pushed back.
All right. Anyway,
hey.
then we cut to. Then it says but both predator and prey are caught off guard by bigger forces. And then Beth, what'd you say you thought it was going to be?
Oh, I thought it was going to be the meteor impact.
No. But then they do this whole segment where they have I think it's neat that they show the grid, how a lot of paleontological and archaeological digs will set up a grid where they'll map out where everything is in a coordinate first before digging, which is neat.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
It's so that you,
Tron Legacy.
Yeah, they do that. So part of it is so that you know where something was found at the site, and part of it is so that when you get it back to a museum and you're going to re-articulate it, you know where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But they talk a lot about how there's all of these fossils in this area, and it's not just Pachyrhinosaurus, it's not just Edmontosaurus, it's not just it's also Gorgosaurus, and it's all of them together, and there's thousands of fossils. And they literally say like there's a bone bed of almost 10,000 or tens of thousands of individuals, which means this could only be caused by a natural disaster like a flash flood, which they then show the flood coming, but they chicken out before it shows it killing the dinosaurs, which is unfortunate.
Now, how am I supposed to know what happened to them?
Then we have another paleontological segment where there's a lady paleontologist who's driving to another area, and they say that they found a bunch of bones of very young, like just hatched dinosaurs. And so
Baby murder.
then they cut back and it's revealed that like, oh, some of the herd managed to survive because the herd was so big, and those likely some of them were on like a hill.
Yeah.
And so they continue breeding and living.
Yeah, the Stig when that happened in the episode, Stig was like, well, yeah, that's kind of obvious. Because they're like leading up to like this shock discovery of, oh, some of these lived. Like, be like, yeah. Like the way they set it up, it was as if they were about to go to some dilapidated shack out in the middle of nowhere, and there's like missing an eye with a big beard.
Albie is just
It's like, I lived, bitch. Albie, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
but yeah, that's Walking with Dinosaurs 2025, The Journey North. I guess just some information on the two new creatures we get. So Gorgosaurus is a genus of Tyrannosaur theropod dinosaur that lived throughout West North America during late Cretaceous period. It's been found in both the USA and Canada. It is most closely related to Albertosaurus, and Albertosaurus and Gorgosaurus themselves kind of form the Albertosaurinae. I'm not sure where Displetosaurus shakes out, but their Displetosaurus was also somewhat closely related to them. And so they're lighter built. They're much more built for speed than something like Tarbosaurus or Tyrannosaurus Rex. There is evidence of Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus both kind of hunting in either packs, or we call it mobs, when groups of animals don't necessarily live together all the time, but they will meet up to like accomplish tasks, specifically hunting a lot of the time. Mob behavior is typically recorded in it's recorded
Mob
in
Psycho 101.
some sharks. It's recorded in like cheetahs will do it. Cheetahs will also hunt in packs though. Crocodiles will hunt as mobs. Komodo dragons will hunt as mobs. Some other like mammals will hunt as mobs. Some birds of prey will hunt as mobs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Gorgosaurus was first described back in 1914, and its name means fierce or terrible lizard.
Really bad at its job.
They reached around 26 to 30 feet long and weighed around 2 to 3 tons in weight.
Mm-hmm.
And here's an example of its size and life.
Tasty.
And then we also have Pachyrhinosaurus. Pachyrhinosaurus is one of my favorite ceratopsids. Probably behind Styracosaurus, to be honest. Although Protoceratops is up there. Pachyrhinosaurus is notable for it is a ceratopsian which doesn't really have any horns. I mean, it's got some projections on its frill and maybe one here, But instead of having like a big nose horn, it has this big bony boss, which was hypothesized to them having used it to ram each other as opposed to like fencing with their horns.
Mhm.
Hey, Aura, didn't your big bony boss just quit her job?
Whoa, hey, woof.
So, Pachyrhinosaurus is known to have lived throughout the United States and Canada during the late Cretaceous period, around 74 to like 68 million years ago. First remains Pachyrhinosaurus, consisting of two partial skulls, were unearthed in the sandy clay of the Horseshoe Canyon Formation, Alberta, Canada, in 1945 and 1946 by Charles Mart Ram Sternberg. Sternberg dubbed the animal Pachyrhinosaurus canadensis, meaning pachy, or which means thick, and rhino means nose, and saurus means lizard. So it's thick-nosed lizard.
Hell yeah.
There are three specimens known as, well, three species considered valid: P. canadensis, P. lacustae, and P. paratorum, and several thousand individuals are known. They ranged in size depending on the species from around 12 to 26 feet in length and 4,000 to 8,000 pounds. And it has been speculated that because a lot of them lived in colder areas, such as above the Arctic Circle, that they may have had a coat of downy insulating feathers to help them with the cold, which is not shown in this episode. Here, I'll see if I can pull one up. Pachyrhinosaurus woolly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love the Pachysaurus.
That's
Oh, that one's
not,
going. Ah,
That's not what these are.
oh, it's a woolly one.
Whatever.
Yeah, my dog looks like this.
What? Oh, why is it? It's that's.
I don't even know what language
Is
this is.
I'm full estate contour.
You said you sent it to Ireland, right?
It's
Your
not set
VPN?
to Ireland anymore.
What is it now?
Britain.
Yeah.
Is it French like the dressing?
French. One
No.
orange French.
Dressing.
French.
Tune in next
Ranch
time
is-
where we tune in next time when
French
we
ranch
review
dressing, yes.
when we review all the types of ranch dressing.
We can do that right now.
Awful, all of them.
Zach,
They're all bad.
oh my gosh!
What?
Hang on.
Oh, I think Aura just got stabbed.
Okay, we're back after Aura tried to Final Destination his brother.
God.
Aura killed his brother.
I did not.
Anyway, where do we
He's
want to
dead now.
rank the journey north?
I mean, how
I
do
want
we
to
feel
say I
about?
honestly thought it was pretty good. I'm trying to remember what the downside I thought I had for it was. It's like maybe other than just chickening out and not showing the results of the flood, or like at this point the paleontology segments are just like bouncing off of or sliding off of my smooth brain. So it's like they're becoming less intrusive.
I mean, yeah, this wasn't a bad episode. Just
I
not
think
bad.
my
Like,
biggest issue is, yeah, we do introduce Gorgosaurus, but it's just the Albertosaurus model.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, I guess that would be the main complaint.
we gave Band of
All the same
Brothers
shit
a
here.
lot of shit because it was just like two models, and this is basically one new model,
mhm.
which is Pachyrhinosaurus.
I did like this one actually.
All right. So I'm thinking
Like
B.
if nothing else, a B.
All right.
B, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one of these icons is Band of Brothers.
This one. Indeed.
Oh. I feel like there was more going on with that than just that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with Band of Brothers is that they didn't fuck at the end. Who's with me?
They died.
Band of insects.
They all died.
Hey, Doomed Yowie.
Yeah, and all that time they spent dying, they could have spent fucking.
Yeah!
God,
Doomed
you're like the
Yowie.
fucking. You're like those fucking AO3 fandom authors that were like, and when those two mortal enemies were dying in the void, secretly they were doing this the entire time.
As Castiel was falling into super hell, he was jerking off the whole time.
Anyway,
Sorry, what is that? Super hell?
Super hell, yeah.
from
Super hell
Supernatural.
exists. Yeah.
Oh, that's a thing in Supernatural, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because regular hell wasn't enough.
Oh dear. I mean, technically Marvel has that, but they do it in a way that doesn't sound stupid.
Well, yeah, so you see, here's the thing about like a place worse than hell in other media. It's fine because it's like it makes I guess it makes sense in the context. The problem with Supernatural super hell is that it's what's the word? It's Dragon Ball Z rules where like, oh, you just beat Satan.
And guess what?
Oh,
Immortal Hulk.
Guess what gets Castiel sent to super hell? Being gay.
What?
Quite
Oh.
literally, that's the only reason.
But yeah, so
Yeah, in Immortal Hulk, they established there's like a one below. There's like this being called One Below All, and its realm is below hell. But it's
Oh, yeah.
actually intimidating and threatening because Immortal Hulk is a horror comic.
But yeah, what was I saying? So like, Supernatural is very like Dragon Ball Z in the fact that whatever they like fight and kill, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because they have to fight and kill something even worse. Like at the first season, it's them tracking down the demon that killed their parents. And then the second season, it was like Satan's right hand woman. Sorry, and then season 3, it was Satan apparently.
And they continued
And then-
somehow for 10 more seasons.
Yeah, and
It
then
was Super Hitler.
by the end of the series, they're fighting God's evil twin sister, Roberta, which is not me making shit up. Well, I mean, I'm making the name up, but like they get Lilith involved, but yeah, no, I guess some like Christian like some Christian mythos lore drops, but Eve was not the first woman that God made. It was actually Lilith who was made first.
Also, Cthulhu is real.
Yeah, I've read Sandman.
They deal with Cthulhu in the 4th season.
Except it's not Cthulhu. I think they're called the Leviathans.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Leviathans of biblical, or at least it's something from Jewish mythology. I don't know if it's in Christian mythology.
Well, they also literally make it canon that H.P. Lovecraft, the works of him are just Leviathans.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything in Supernatural, like nothing can be like multi-theistic and supernatural. Everything's monotheistic, and anybody who like anything that is looked at a different way is pagan. So like you have like the 12 Olympians from Greek mythology, but most of them are bad, and even the ones that aren't bad are on thin fucking ice for the Monster Hunter brothers.
Yeah, and there's an entire episode where they have almost every god from various religions in an area and like show up for an episode, and they all die in the same episode.
See, I thought you were going to say something worse. I thought you were going to say something like, "Oh yeah, all these other gods, they only exist because they copied off because they copied off of the canonical." How much did I cut off?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I thought you were going to say is, oh yeah, all the other gods exist, but they only exist because they copied beat off of the canonical Christian demons and gods that canonically exist in this setting. So people saw those and then made their own like god OCs for their religions.
No, not quite, but there are several cases of this person from Judeo-Christian. It's folklore at this point because it's not even from like the Catholic or biblical canon at all. It's just these were mentioned vaguely once, maybe in this other book. Show up and or like these named demons and stuff, and it turns out they actually changed their name and pretended to be this god from this religion for a while. That happens quite a bit.
Oh.
What was it? But and also Loki is actually secretly the archangel. Which archangel? Hang on.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit too.
Loki, supernatural. Oh, he's Gabriel.
Oh.
And also, apparently, the overarching antagonist of season... Jesus Christ, season 13. How many supernatural seasons were there?
What gets me most is at the very last gasp of Supernatural, well past TV basically being dead in the coffin, the only viewers they were getting were stubborn, desperate fangirls holding out for just like a lick of their favorite ship becoming canon. And then
just a crumb of yaoi.
And the writers were so fucking like dead set in their ways and so petrified that what if a straight man happened to watch this while it was playing in the background? They refused it. And they literally have like Castiel professes love and then goes to super hell.
Oh, that's just even worse.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Let me...
What's the word? What's the word? Fujokia, the Japanese term.
How many seasons of Supernatural?
Yeah.
There are 15 seasons.
Somehow they squeezed 15 seasons of Supernatural. Anyway...
Well, the original run of Supernatural was up to season 5, and from what I've heard, you only want to go up to season 5. What's even worse is that so they just had the last season going on for way too long. Like they could have ended it at episode 19, but no, then they had to have episode 20 where like after they beat God, spoilers for Supernatural, the final boss, the final monster of the whole series is fucking God with a capital G. Dean dies. What? And I can't remember which one's which, but one of them dies of tetanus, basically, because while they're hunting juggalo vampires, he gets stabbed with a metal spider.
Juggalo is something else entirely.
It's just so insane.
Anyway,
I don't know.
We were talking about Walking with Dinosaurs.
Aura made some weird reference to something I didn't understand, and then he went off on that.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah.
You want me to go on a different weird thing?
Nope.
Are you
Bye.
sure? No!